Good afternoon, good morning, good late evening, wherever you are around the United States or around the world. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. My name is Peter No. I'm a Senior Presidential Director here with Lifewave. And once a week, every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we get to pick each other's brains. We get to ask any questions, get to know a lot of things that the industry does not teach. Heck, some even companies don't teach, but this is an open call, and this is a call where you want to invite all your workout buddies, anybody who does not, who wants to learn deeper, who maybe might not have an upline or somewhere, they're kind of lost in translation, but nobody gets lost in our gym. So if you know anyone in your teams that just needs that little extra support, this is the favorite call of the week where I want everyone to get together and just dig in deeper and ask questions and go into your build. Just who here earlier was on the 11 o'clock Lifewave Connect call? Wow, man, I think the company saw what's up, right, with our team. I just want to say thank you, each one of you, for being on that call. It was a very special call as the company asked me 2 weeks ago. They're like, Peter, can you talk about social media? I said, no, because I don't teach social media. I don't teach anything on social media. I just show lifestyle on social media. But I said, if you want me to talk about comp plans, building styles, organic growth, and when I said those words to them, they're like, that is what we want to talk about, because I guess they haven't talked about at that deeper level. So then, and when the topic was heart to heart, I really resonate with that, as each one of you here, how we operate. I was really showing off to the company who we were, how we build, how we stay in touch, how we communicate, how we just literally just are reverse engineering this whole industry on their behaviors, on what not to do, and how we operate as a team. So I was showing off our team evolve. And I think a lot of the whole company around the world, because I know that there's people from Europe, from Asia. Tonight will be Asia. A lot of people will be watching that recording. And again, before we start our call today, just want to say how proud I am of each one of you, as again, you show up constantly. And because of you, we make each other better, okay? Everybody here has a role with each other. Just know that. And especially if you've been here for a long time, you're growing through this process, you're learning through this process. And the only thing I really train and teach here on these calls, again, are just certain topics that we don't talk about on our regular training, but this call really gives you a voice. One of the things I love about this call is because I want people to hear each other. I want you to see each other. Okay, and I want you to hear from other people that are in the same space, same phase, or in the same journey with you. Okay, so since our topic was heart to heart, okay, let's take maybe the first 30 minutes today. Let's talk about, anybody that wants to share, how has this journey opened up your heart? How has this journey changed your outlook on, on life, on health, on your perception? We're not sharing testimonials, okay, everyone? I just want to hear deeper today. How has this team, how has this organization, how has the system changed your life? So maybe I'll open up for Lizzie so she can open up the call, but then anybody who would like to share, just raise your hand and I'll call on you, okay? For maybe share 2-3 minutes each person. So Lizzie, I know, even Lizzie, she's opened up my heart and try to open up my heart many, many, many times, okay? If you all know that she is an energy worker, she's a light worker, and I had many, many blockages when I met Lizzie, but through Claudia, Lizzie, and Godfrey, they've tried to like chisel that heart down, but you know, I had to come to my own time, my own space to open it up. And this organization, you know, this build here, this team really has just helped me gone through my time. Okay, so Lizzie, I just want to say thank you for what you've done. And can you share with us, because I know this journey has totally changed you and Godfrey's life.
Oh,
Totally.
truly, Peter, and great job today on the call. That was really fantastic. Absolutely great representation, and it just shows that you really do truly walk your talk, and you have evolved so in just your 4 years and how much you have changed so much for this whole for our whole organization, and just continue to organically grow and change and improve. You're not afraid to say, this is outdated, we got to bring something new in here, and it really does show. And for us, it has just been so amazing. I've never ever had any success in a network marketing company, and I've been in a network marketing company since 1994. So, and I've had no success in it whatsoever. I finally just would, just use the products. I just didn't like, what all the meetings you had to go do and all that stuff. And so I love what we have done with the Zoom and how that has grown, and all these testimonials and everything. But we have, we have grown now to consistently, we've hit our new mark. And it's interesting because everything you've told me has come true as far as the numbers and how it would work, and it truly has. And I'm just blown away by the love of this group, and the heart-centered nature of everybody, and the integrity of everybody. That's what's really beautiful about this organization, and to have all of this documented and categorized, and to be able to share this with people and show them a track record, to me is huge, instead of just a bunch of hype. That you can really and truly show people that this is an organic company. And something that I was thinking about sharing, with people, especially with the times that we're getting ready to enter into, as companies are shrinking and everything is really getting into a very bear market. And it is we've got to show people that this is a company that through the hardest of times is expanding and growing, and that you are investing in yourself, and you are investing in an organization that is growing. And that is huge. It takes the fear away to be able to start educating people from the place of an expansive company, in a contractive time, in a very recession-proof company. And I think that is very important data to share with people and to educate people with, that this is an expansive, growing company.
Did you all hear that from Lizzie? I mean, literally, okay, everyone? And I want to piggyback on what she said. We're going through we're already in a crazy time already, but we're going through now a phase in the whole world now.
Economically, that is very contractive.
It's very contractive. A lot of things are exposed. Governments are exposed. People are exposed. And that goes even into our network marketing industry, everyone. Companies are being exposed. Products are being exposed. Leaderships are being exposed. Systems are being tested, if it works or if it doesn't work. So,
well, look at all the network marketing companies that are contracting and shrinking and changing their compensation plans. And this company is growing and expanding. And at a very exponential rate. I mean, not just a minuscule rate, but a very exponential rate.
And I want to talk about that, Lizzie, because a lot of other leaders, everyone, people in the industry are looking at our company because they're kind of almost forced to now, because their companies are changing so much. And we're going to go into this later discussion of PVs, requirements, auto ships, qualifications, different ways to get paid, because I can tell you, companies are shrinking and they're merging. They're changing their compensation plan, not for the better, everyone. They're changing it so only the top 1% of the company, the leaders, are making the money, and the rest of the middle builders and the brand new builders, they're making it harder. They're changing the price of they're changing the price of their products. They're increasing their products pricing, and they're decreasing the PV, the points that are attached to that. Do you know why companies do that? Because greed, because they want to make more money, or they want to make sure that they're surviving, or they're not bringing in enough brand new partners and customers, and their attrition rate is very high. So as less people come in, more people leave, and we're seeing this, okay, everyone? This is the time where you have to, right, Lizzie? You have to be stronger. You have to know what you have in your hands. You got to be the confident one that knows how to PPP, right? Pre-qualify, and show off our podcast, show off our tools. This is the time where you can really connect, and people are very listening. And it's not even about the industry at all. It's even people outside, right, Lizzie? People are seeing the economy. Inflation is going haywire. Interest rates are going crazy. The only way you can protect yourself in today's times is really, you have to make a decision of what is going to convert or be the best thing for your time to convert into money. Meaning that you have to fight your own inflation. Does that make sense, everyone? You have to be that. Now, for example, if this patch right here, if our stem cell patch costs $99 a month, right, Lizzie? $99. If you break that down with tax and shipping, it could be less than $4 a day. And if people cannot afford that, you can literally ask, hey, how much can this $4 a day save you now? I want to save you money, right, Lizzie? So how do we save people money now? What's in your medicine cabinet? What are you spending on a monthly basis? Are you spending some more on your skin care, on your hair care, on your sleep care, on your energy care, on your pain medication care, or your insulin care? Does that make sense, everyone? What do you want to get rid of, and what can this one patch replace? And let me show you the testimonials of what others have benefited already. Does that make sense, everyone? Sometimes instead of making money, you can show people how to save money. And in today's times, that piques people's interest. Now, what Lizzie was saying also, that we're part of a community now where we can literally show people. We don't have to tell people anymore. We can show people. And that's why tonight I'm so excited to create the Wealth Podcast. Lizzie's like, yeah, why am I excited? I'm not excited to show off people how much we make in terms of income wise, but I want people to hear how our leaders did it. How did Marcy get there? How did Claudia get there? How did Lizzie get there? How did that new manager get there? How did Karen get there? How did the director get there? Does that make sense, everyone?
And that's important in these contractive times to show that we are growing and expanding.
Yes.
Not shrinking.
Not shrinking. And Use that, everyone. We're number 11. We are the 11th fastest growing company in the direct sales industry in North America, everybody. Number 11. And you know who the number 1 to number 10 is, everyone? They're startup companies. Startups, okay? Startups. Startups, you can easily see growth in startups, but would you want to take a chance today, Lizzie? Would you want to take a chance putting your time, energy, money, and effort into a startup company and try to get lucky?
The statistics in those companies failing in the first 5 years are really high.
It is so high. It is crazy. And everyone, that goes into my next kind of topic before I call on you. Okay, Karen, I see you. So I get approached all the time. I get approached by every company, every new technology, everything that everything that sounds great. Okay, sounds great. Now, again, last week we did a call on how to recognize an opportunity, right? If you know exactly, if Barb's knows exactly what she has in her hands, there is no way that somebody can tell her, hey, check out this new company here. Check out this new thing here. Check out this thing that can help you get paid more. How to, listen to this person's story. I get it. Things sound very, the grass always sounds greener in the other side. But again, you've got to learn how to look deeper. What is that a long-term play? Is that product profiling going to last that long? Who are the people behind it? Are they just making up a story? Oh, this person's a banker. They've been in the industry for 20 years. How do I know, right? What is their resume? Do you understand this, everyone? Product phasing, product profiling does not last that long. How do you think David survived with patches for 19 years? Because nobody is doing this, and because it hits exactly where people want. No chemicals, no ingredients, and just using the light, right? This is called a product form, right, Lizzie? So
patents, yeah.
And it's patent. It's patent. So, going into this, everyone, just know you will get approached by all kinds of gyms out there. There are many, 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 many gyms, okay? You pick which gym you like. I'm not your boss. We're not your owners, get it? I cannot control anything that anyone does. All we can do is just walk the talk, create stories, create success here. And Lizzie is just one of many, many, many successes here that we can lean on and to show people, okay? I don't care what's really out there, everyone. Even if, honestly, if the company does not even if they pay me 50% less commission, I will still do this Lifewave. I will still do it.
This technology is a game changer.
It's a game changer. There is absolutely no other way to feel fulfilled. Really just peeling off a sticker, sticking it on Pamakai, and she gets a result, and she sticks it to her friend, and then her friend, you understand? This is it's such a fast domino effect of how to help people. And that, to me, I can sleep well at night. I know we're not asking people for, and this is another thing. The $500 package, everyone, the gold package. It is music to people's ears now. When you approach someone with an opportunity and they hear the word thousands or 1,100, 1,200, I don't mind the diamond pack. I'm just giving you an example, okay? There are companies now that are selling $3,000 packages. $3,000. And when you sell a $3,000 package, you only earn $500. We're selling $1,600 package to earn $500. We're selling $500 package to earn $100. And to me, if you do the proper pre-qualify, anyone that understands stem cells, anyone that has any issues has to say yes to a gold, right? If they cannot afford a gold, get them in a silver. If they can't afford a silver, get them into the bronze. I don't care. But what I'm trying to say is that in today's times, to have an opportunity where David is telling you for $500, you can build wealth and you don't have to stress and think about it more, okay? Even the 110 PV, everyone, that is a piece of joke. That is a joke. Honestly, it is given to you, okay? Because there's other companies where you have to do 500, 1,000, 2,000 PV. As you get higher in the rank, you have to purchase and you constantly have to recruit even more. Okay, so that was my rant right now. So Karen, show me, what is your heart to heart?
Well, I'll start with, I had failed at network marketing in the past, and I've also been scammed. Then in October 2020, with all these strangers online, I was introduced to something that absolutely saved my family. My heart has always, I've always had an open heart, but I think it was a year and a half later, I heard, I think it was Bob Campbell, talk about being a cranky old man, and all of a sudden waking up and saying, wow, why do I feel so blessed today? Like naturally, his heart was open. And I'm seeing it in not just my family, but so many other people that are using, that have been using this technology. So I had paused building my business due to some pretty serious family health issues that popped up for me. But then still everybody was here in this organic system that I could come in whenever I had the time. And now that I'm director gone manager, yay me.
Yeah.
Yeah, director gone manager, but now the momentum's coming back and I can feel the momentum here. So I can feel the love for the Canadian government, even though I think I cried for a full week when we got shut down. And then, well, you know, I don't know if everybody knows this, but then we were told it's okay because you can get it shipped for personal use. Oh, just the wave swept over me, only for a month later to say, sorry, joke's on you, you can't get it in the country anymore. So I was like, wow, okay. Then I had to really dig deep, find that love, and I can find that love. I know that it's not, I know that legit, it's not anything to do with this company. It's completely to do with the government. I was just at another doctor's office and they were like telling my person I was supporting there, the government's got this new thing and it's already approved in the States, and once it gets approved here next year, and I'm like, they had no idea about what this person was doing, but they were like, you're the perfect candidate. And I'm thinking, yeah, you're the perfect candidate because you're on stem cell activation technology and they recognize that you are improving. And so the heart can, the heart that I've always had with these patches seems to have been able, I've been able to extenuate it into a really more focused center. I'm still working to build momentum, but the feeling of opening your heart is becoming a lot more effortlessly while using the patches. And I'm really looking forward to some white light I'm really looking forward to some.
Stay in this lane. Stay in this lane, Karen. And everybody, did you hear what she said? And this is what I love. This is exactly what I saw in this community. Karen joined us. She had a health challenge. She got well. She started to share this, and it started to open up the frequencies around her environment, right, Karen? Life got in the way. Things got in the way. But then she had to step back. She literally still paying for the gym membership, right, Karen? But you just could not go to the gym. You couldn't fulfill that gym requirement, but you were still there. And then because of this compensation plan, everyone, I just want everyone to know, the compensation plan will never punish you. It is made for you when you want to grow into it. Does that make sense? It is waiting for you. And if you don't, then Karen had to step back. But when she came back again, she saw more people. She saw the gym still going on, and more people are joining this gym, and more bodybuilders are developed, and she still feels the same love from the same people. Did everybody hear what Karen said? That right there speaks volume. That right there is a testimonial that a lot of people that are not in the industry want to hear. And that just shows how strong we are to keep everybody on the same mindset and only attract the right leaders or develop the right leaders. Does that make sense? You don't know who you are when you come in. I was Peter, but I didn't know that I could be this Peter. Does that make sense? Things change. Your frequency would change. Your light would change. And when you see people getting healthier and you were directly responsible for that person to get healthier, don't you feel like you're like, oh my God, I'm Superman. I'm like Superwoman. I did it. I did it for this person. I give you permission to say I did it, okay? That feeling is probably, I hate to say this, it's probably more fulfilling than a doctor or a pharmacist that is prescribing a drug, right? Because they can never get that same phone call that we get. They can never get that fulfilling phone call like, Peter, I've been on crutches, and now a week later, I can walk again. I can see again. My toothache went away. My hair started growing. My black spot went away. My knee, I can do jumping jacks. Does that make sense, everyone? Those are fulfilling conversations. And now we do that on a daily basis. So again, if you're brand new here, if you're just checking us out, if you're just kicking the tire, or if you're really just learning as you go, I highly always recommend you get on the podcast, okay? Feel the people's energy. Every day, I have a bad day, I have a crazy morning, something happens. I just get on the podcast at 6 p.m. and that 30 minutes, I don't know what it does, it just shifts my whole energy around. Does that happen to you? Right? It is a weird thing, but it's called energy, okay? So if somebody's gonna sell me something or I'm selling something, I'm selling energy to people. So thank you, Karen, for coming back. We'll definitely stay on this mindset. You're definitely gonna attract someone to come in your way. And I wanna piggyback that from Lizzie because it only took Lizzie one person that she met at some kind of a event. It was Ron Dooner, I believe. Then Ron connected someone else to another powerful group that led to another powerful group. And I don't know if I can say names, okay? But just know, everyone, that one person has totally opened up the doors for Lizzie and Godfrey. And that opened up their doors. And now we have found such amazing leadership through this lineage, okay? So again, tell me any program, tell me any business where one or two people can change your entire outlook in life. None, zero. I I can invest 500,000 into a salon. I promise you, those two top hairstylists are not going to give me back my $500,000 investment. They might even open up another salon across the street from me and become my competitor. Does that make sense? Okay. Only over here, 1 or 2 people can totally change your life. Okay. So that was good. So Jesse, unmute yourself, and then Laura and John next. So, and then we'll do Jeff afterwards. So Jesse.
Hi. I'm not sure where to begin. I'll try to keep it succinct because so much has happened in not even quite 5 months. And I'm an intuitive of almost 50 years working as an intuitive in all kinds of sales and business, but my main work has been that in guiding people to their hearts. Really, it's all about compassion in the end, and to find our way to be connected to ourselves and the greater energy that exists. And that's where most people come with all kinds of trauma, whether they're my peers or whoever finds me. And it's been incredible to see the lightness of being come forward.
Yes.
But
yes.
Since Lifewave, I'm changing dramatically, and my work is changing as well, so that the journey that I'm on with some of my clients is just magnificent. And it's because of the lightness of being that has come forward for me. I hope in another 3 months, 6 months that I'll be able to have also the testimonials for my physical being, which has definitely changed. It has improved. I have a couple of major hurdles I'm hoping to see in time. Change, scans changing differently, but the main point is my sense of being. I keep saying the word beingness, that presence, the joy, waking up in the morning for the first time in my life and wanting to be here. Even though I could help others, my own struggle was challenging, to say the least. And I wake up, I'm glad to be awake. I'm glad to see my day. So, and there was something, and in terms of the business part, I get over enthusiastic. I mean, I'm ready to, jump to senior director or whatever, the highest, but I'm having to take it day at a time and sharing it, because I know what my desire is and the goal, but for everyone here who's even just starting out, to just keep sharing it with the kind of heart that you're talking about, Peter, that's throughout all the calls, all the people that have come on board to share their hearts. So yeah, just keep sharing it and seeing people's lives change in a week, like in a day. And the same story I hear over and over. And they're clients that I've worked with, their friends who are in the healing spiritual world, and they couldn't quite get that something that we need, that life force energy that drives the engine. Right? So yeah.
I want to piggyback what Jesse said. So Jesse, literally, I have an echo, but so being in this community, on this journey, Jesse, has literally just opened you up, right? To being here with us, being alive, and wanting to be alive. Does everybody felt that from Jesse? Okay. How many people do you know? How many people do you know? Jesse's situation too. Okay, so thank you, Jesse, for sharing that. And I love our topic.
Yeah.
Laura, go ahead and unmute yourself, Laura.
Thank you, Peter. What I've found with the patches is that they've made me more assertive and bolder. And I have other friends who also considered themselves a little mousy, same as I did. And I joke with them that I've gone from mousy to mouthy, and that I am no longer taking garbage from other people. And
Oh,
I saw it happen just the other day. I was sitting beside a man at a gathering, and he started telling me this story that ended up going very sexual and very uncomfortable for me. And ordinarily, I would have just sat through it and pretended he wasn't doing it. And I told him that that was disgusting, and I'd thank him not to talk to me that way. I have never been like that. I've always allowed people to run over me. And I'm so proud of myself. And it's because of the patches. They really are making me a better person. And I found that I just felt so proud of myself and others, because I have other friends who are having the same results. A friend said to me yesterday that on the patches she feels happier. And since I've been on them, I'm having happy memories from childhood. And I had blocked out my entire childhood and pretty well my entire life because of abuse. And now I can remember the good times. And I know there were good times. And a little bit like Jesse, I no longer curse God that I was born. I now thank God that I have a life and I can enjoy at least the end of it. And I can heal these old wounds. And I managed to forgive my father for incest and other abuses. I haven't yet forgiven my long-term offender, but I'm working on it. And I'm just such a different person. And I had a friend tell me yesterday he gave the patches to his wife and she hasn't had pain for 4 days.
wow.
Which she's had a lifetime of pain, and now 4 days without pain, she's so happy. And I am just so pleased with my growth. The physical is good, but the mental and emotional healing has been way better for me and all my friends. And I became a manager within about 10 days because I was sharing it with my friends who have similar problems to mine. So thank you for letting me share.
Well, thank you, Laura, for being transparent and open and sharing that. And how many people can relate with Laura? How many people do you know that know someone in like Laura's shoes, right? But for her now to be in this community, try the patches, her confidence level is up. She has boundaries now. She can recognize like bad energy and behaviors, right, Laura? And to have voice. Okay, I believe, even that is a testimonial in itself, to have a voice. How many of us here feel more powerful just being here on this patches or being in this community? How many feel powerful? Like you have power, right? It's a spiritual patches, yeah. Isn't it nice to know? And I talked about community today, right? On the call, if you have to be part of a community today. If you're alone today, you're alone. That in itself could be depression. Does that make sense? A lot of people are depressed, right, Sassy? If you don't have people to call, something to plug into, something new changes. If you're constantly maybe in your apartment or something, and you never leave and you never make an effort to go walk outside, say hi to people, do just something new every day. That is depression, okay, everyone? There are a lot of people in a dark place somewhere in their life. And I can't imagine how many people I've heard, how many testimonials I heard where they were just praying to God that day something needed to be here, and boom, somebody showed up the patch, right? So somebody's listening to you up there. The universe is listening to you. Again, we're what Jeff, the next person's coming up. He's called a hope dealer, everyone. A hope dealer, HOPE dealer, right? So he goes around dealing patches like a drug dealer, but he's giving people hope, right? So that, how many hope dealers do we have on this call? Right now we have 100. Tonight we're going to have 200-300 people. Can you imagine we're part of a community where every day, you can see, you can hear, and you can feel real people. Do you know how many people die or earn or looking for this? Instead of sometimes maybe not even talking about the patches, maybe you can ask people, what keeps you busy on a daily basis, Lorraine? What do you do? What gets you happy, Maria? What community are you part of? Are you a part of a bowling community, a church community, a hair community, a patching community? Can I show you my community? Can I send you a link of my community, right? Can you just pop in and just see all the beautiful faces here? And where is there a community where every day, I mean, I haven't seen Karen in a while, but wow, Karen, you look younger today, right? I haven't seen a couple of people, but wow, I see every day, we're constantly reverse aging. That in itself is already another way to invite people to pique their interest to come on see this. Does everybody understand what we're getting at? It is just so many variables, all these little yeses. Yes, I want to look into that. Yes, I'll try a patch. Yes, I'll join a gold. Yes, I'll get on a podcast. And it's a community of yeses. Because I'm telling you, I've been in unilevels. And when you're in a unilevel sometimes, and then you just think of unilevels, layers and layers, and sometimes your voice is not heard because the leader trains each leg differently. And when they do that, you cause separation. And when you cause separation and you burn out certain leaders because they have to do too much, right? To recognize, dig deeper and deeper, and it just takes a lot of time. And if the leader gets burned out, who's going to ride the ship? Who's going to steer the ship to the thing? The beautiful thing here is because we're binary and we develop so many leaders, there are so many captains in the ship for everyone to see, to know. And we just build communication lines so you can get to know us better. Does that make sense, everyone? That right there in itself is the culture that we've created, okay? And this is huge. So thank you for sharing, Laura, and we'll come back to you again very soon, okay? So thank you. Next two is, wow, man, I don't even know where this time goes. The next two is just Jeff and Debbie, okay? So Jeff, can you unmute yourself? I know you wanted to share your heart to heart today.
Yes, sir. My heart to heart is, I could go on, but I think the most important part of it is I moved to Phoenix to do a regenerative medicine clinic with my dad. He's a chiropractic guru, right? So all of a sudden the FDA steps in and says, you can't do that anymore. So I came out here for a business opportunity, and the technology works, right? Obviously we can't do it. In walks, Karen, who I'm eternally grateful for, knocks on our door, says, I have these patches that do what you're injecting. And what a God thing, knowing that the industry that I moved here for was really non-existent. You have to go out of the country now to get stem cell injections, which is something that works. So fast forward to seven months ago, senior director, one of the products we offer in our clinic for weight loss is Optavia. I've busted my ass in Optavia for the last 2 years as another product. And it's my paycheck for Optavia last week was $57. My paycheck with half the time with Lifewave was almost $900, and I'm putting in half the time. So I'm not an MLMer. So my heart to heart really is, my only concern is that, can I do this? Because I don't have years and years of MLM direct marketing experience. And, the clinic, yes, I'm getting some benefit from that, but Sandy and my dad are also, we're all kind of sharing patients to patch. So it's just, is such a great thing to be able to have a guy like you, Peter, in the system to duplicate. You know, I'm duplicating what I met from Karen, which now she can go on and duplicate on her own. I can go and duplicate. So what we're doing is, all we have to do is follow you, Peter. And I'm grateful for that because I'm a system guy. You tell me what to do, I'm going to do it. And I think I'm pretty close to maybe ED. If I can double rank this month, oh my God, it's crazy. And I can do this, and I'm not an MLMer. That was my number one concern all along. And knowing you're smiling right now tells me I can do it.
Everyone get ready. Jeff is gonna double rank, and there's Dr. Patterson right there, okay, right behind him. And you know, when I saw Dr. Patterson, Jeff, Rich, when Carol introduced us, when you recognize when there's passion and leadership and there's strength behind people, right? All I wanted to do is get into that group, and that's exactly what I talked about today at the Lifewave Connect. We literally dig in deep. We work with them because I want to make sure they don't make the mistakes, right? I want to make sure everyone is structured properly. And then from there, you can grow that root, right, Jeff? And you guys did it. I'm proud of you guys. Now,
thank you. And Peter, one more comment. I told Carol earlier that, you know, I'm not a kiss ass, but you are an authentic leader. You know, in prior organizations, and all of a sudden, unless you're somebody, you're not going to have authentic conversation. You know, I see you anywhere, you're going to reach out and say, "Hey, Jeff, how are you?" It's not because of my rank, it's because who I am, and it's about the heart. And that's why we're doing what we're doing, is because we're real people, and the world needs more love, truly. And it's authentic, and it's transparent. My last comment is, the part that really hooked me is when I saw your back office. You know, I've scaled businesses to $100 million. I've done all kinds of cool stuff. I've never seen anyone at your levels paycheck, let alone, you know, their bank account, essentially. And I do the same thing. I am going to be as transparent as you are. And I think that's a key, is in transparency, man. And I thank you for it.
Thank you, Jeff, for bringing that stuff up. And this is exactly what I mean. This is exactly what I mean by posturing leadership. And I talked about that. My number one pet peeve is when I see leaders only talk to certain leaders and they don't give anyone, new people, their time. You know what I mean, right? And that's my number one pet peeve, because I see it myself. And sometimes I even play dumb to when I go, you know, other conventions or things, and I see how they treat me, okay? And I see leaders, how they treat me. And if I didn't like the way I was treated, can you imagine how they treat their teams? We never want this in our organization. Remember, that newest person that comes into our teams on anybody's legs could be the next Marcy, the next April, the next Mariah. It doesn't make sense. The next Sabi. And that's why, and when I go to when I've been to my old companies, especially the Yellow Pill one, everybody knows, okay? I was there for 7 years. The reason why I have developed so good relationship, because that company, imagine having a convention every 90 days, everyone. Imagine having a convention of 4, 5, 6, 7,000 people every 90 days. That will burn you out. That's why I never sat in the seats. I always walked around. Every convention I walked around and I said hi to everyone. Everybody knows me. Upline, downline, sideline, square line, cousins, whatever you want to call it. Everybody got to know me. And then as I build relationships, I help everyone. That's why when you see my teams here, my personals, I built relationships with them, and that's why they came back and they asked what I was doing. I helped them. Does that make sense, everyone? Your business today, who you are. Mike could have said hello to the nicest lady, and all of a sudden, a year later, that lady could be joining Mike's business. Does that make sense? We never know, but all I want to know is I love this team. I love this culture because we don't posture. I never teach posturing, okay? You are who you are. Become a better person of who you are and treat everybody the same. And trust me, if that is a whole energy of our whole team, and I'll tell you this, I'll give kudos to this, for the last two conventions, last year and the year before, David Schmidt, the management team, they straight up came up to me and said, I swear, I know exactly who's on your team because they are the most nicest people. Everybody on our team, they know who we are because we help someone, we show directions, we just love sidelines. I buy drinks. I don't even know. I spent thousands of dollars on alcohol last one because I bought everybody a drink. I don't even know. Just put it on my tab, okay? But I'm just saying, the management, the company recognizes our team. So this year we have a team name, Team Evolve. So get ready because everyone at this convention is gonna recognize us even more who we are. So I love the fact we don't have to teach each other how to be cordial and respectful because we never ever teach how not to be that. You're not, okay? We all understand. Everything starts from the top. Everything. So from Marcy and I down, we're just like you. We're just humble people. We built our ways to here, but I'm telling you, money does not faze me, okay? I've made money all my life. I've lost money all my life. But the one thing I didn't do is go to college. So this is my college graduation, everyone. You're my college teammates, okay? We're all in the same school, and I just want to make sure whatever we teach is for help every one of us graduate. I don't care if it takes 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years. At least you're gonna have the best 10 years of your life here, right? So that's all. The last person now, Debbie, I wanna come to you, and then we're gonna close this call. And what a call today. Debbie.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, what you just said about you, the leaders, being real, that is huge because there's a lot of us that just feel like ordinary people, you know, and we are. I was forced out of my career about 12 years ago, and this company came along because perfect time because I didn't realize it, but I was getting depressed.
Wow.
And I'm sorry, I've health issues that have kept me wheelchair bound and pretty much become a prisoner in my own home.
Wow.
Introduced to Lifewave for my health. That's all I cared about. I wanted to feel better. I wanted to get better. And this was hope. This was my hope. I was introduced to it by a doctor friend, and I didn't need a patch. I just looked at technology, and I was in head first. And that's what I'm doing with people now. I'm just sharing that, showing them that it's helping me, and they can have that same opportunity. I don't care about the business. I'm sorry, but I don't get into it a lot. That's overwhelming to me right now. But I tried 3 other network marketing companies, and I've never felt included like I do with Lifewave.
Thank you, Debbie. I think each one of us, we're resonating with you, and we appreciate you being here in the gym. I see you every week, and I'm so happy that we have elevated your spirits to be here with us today. So
Thank you.
Everybody, did you feel, Debbie? Did you know, do we know how many people, even during the COVID, right, Debbie?
Yes.
During the COVID, people were depressed. People were calling me. They said the exact same thing as you. Peter, I can't build a business. It's not my strength, you know, but I really, these calls are helping me so much just to get me through my night, because it was at nighttime, everyone. So, we had a rough day, and then they hear some amazing stories, and then they go to sleep better, and then they wake up better in the morning. And that was a beautiful cycle during the worst times. And, now today is June 21st. We're seeing Debbie like this, right? 6 months later, Debbie could be in another phase in her life. A year later, she could be in another phase. And then one day, what if a year later we see Debbie? She says she doesn't want to do the business, but her story inspired maybe 2 people. And then boom, she's off to the races somewhere, right? So this is what I love about this whole process, the whole structure. And Debbie, we appreciate you here. We love you here. And
you.
just keep on being here, okay?
I am going to do the business though, because I can't help but not do it.
Exactly.
I have several events coming up. The big one coming up this weekend at a wellness fair in the Triple Cities, and I am on fire about this. To share it.
So everyone, remember the definition, Debbie, of business is helping someone's life to become better.
Yes.
As long as we are on the patches, as long as when we recognize when people need the patches, that is helping, and we're constantly doing business like that because we're helping people's life to become better with this technology. So Debbie, thank you so much. Walter, do you want to share something for a minute or so? Or did you just want to say hello? If you want to.
Hi, Peter and everybody. Peter, I just wanted to thank you for your heart-to-heart today with Garrett. It was incredible. I took 2 pages of notes and you were spot on. So thank you very much. Big help.
Hey, thank you, Walter. I really appreciate you here. And everyone, I'm going to close up this call. I just want to say, I'm not this person without you, okay? Marcy has helped me so much to see different things. All the leaders every day, all you know who you are. You've helped me see so many different perceptions, perspectives in life. And this company, I'll tell you, Lifewave, this community, the people, and the money, okay? The money too, because I'm helping so many more people now that I could not help before, okay? And that all comes with just, again, having freedom. So I just want to say I love you all. You know who you are to me. I'm not going to rest. Marcy and I are never going to rest until we see everyone graduate, okay? This will be our last hoorah. I told Marcy, if something happens to Lifewave, I pray it doesn't, okay? I'm just saying, okay? I never say never, okay? We're in business. But I said, if something ever happens to Lifewave, at least we have all built this beautiful relationship, and we're literally gonna become consultants in the industry. I would never wanna do another company again, okay? I don't see it. I don't see anything out there. But what we will do is we're going to lift this industry up, and each one of you build to your strongest strength, okay? Build your brand, build yourself. We need strong people in this world more than ever today. You cannot be strong if you don't have the health. Does that make sense? That's why we always consistently, if you're stronger, if Debbie gets stronger, she's going to make an influence and impact to her community, right? If Ann gets stronger, she's going to do that. If Thomas gets stronger, he's going to do that. And then if we do it together, oh my gosh, that is a force to reckon with. And this team is not going to be number one in the company. This team is going to be number one in the industry. I want other companies to be talking about, man, did you see that Team Evolve team from Lifewave? Oh my gosh, what have they done? I stumbled upon them. Miss Sassy blasted us on Facebook. Somebody found us on Facebook. You get it? Wait till you see the parties I'm going to throw across the nation, okay? Starting in July. We're gonna start throwing parties. I will come to your town, okay? I'm gonna come visit you for wherever you are. Kansas City, Ohio, Hawaii, New York, wherever you are. We're gonna throw light parties, light community parties, okay? And we're gonna learn online, we're gonna earn online, but we're gonna recognize and get to know each other offline. It's the perfect online, offline system, and we're going into that. So Palm Springs, yes, I have friends in Palm Springs. So everyone, it's been a great breakfast. It's been a great lunch. Get ready for tonight's dinner time. Our special guest is Marcy and Claudia. They're our very first 2 interviews, okay, for our Wealth Wednesday. We are replacing our health testimonials with a Wealth Wednesday at 6 p.m., okay, everyone? You're gonna meet and connect with our leadership now and forever, okay? It's gonna be in the book. So thank you for giving me your hour. Love you all, and I'll see you tonight. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Peter.
God bless you.
Thank you,
you.
Peter. Thank you so much.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Peter.
Thank you, Peter. You're a blessing.
All right,
Bless you
dude.
too.
David, I'll call you later. And Krista,
Houston.
I owe you a phone call. Bye,
Houston,
everybody.
Houston on